Hello, beautiful friend. Welcome to this video, and I am just very happy that I am now in Dubai, finally settled for a couple of weeks. And some of you, if you, I know that this is a new channel on YouTube. If you're tuning into YouTube, you might not know too much about me, but if you have been following on my Instagram as my friends and family. You probably have know that I have been traveling a lot. And basically I haven't had a home since last November. So it's a year already. Oh my God, a year without home. Um, and it was intentional. It was intentional to choose that path of what we call zero point of creation. So today, in this particular video, I would love to actually share with you about changing grids. Yeah, so yeah, get some tea or cacao or coffee with you, and as we take our time to dive in. Mm. Yeah. So first, what are grids? All right, grids are basically quantum architecture. All right, quantum architecture. So you don't see it, but they are full of information. It's like a web of information. So with a grid, there are particular codes, and the grids and the codes basically create the reality that you experience. So in particular, I want to talk about like how changing grids can happen in your real life, and it can be manifest as something that is unpleasant, but actually is there's hidden meaning about it. And from, of course, always whatever I share is actually from my personal experience. Um, so right now I'm in Dubai, but it was a very, very interesting um, start. It was quite difficult for the first few days. I'm only here for 3 weeks, but I have, because of following my higher council guidance, when I last year I was asking them about guidance about where I will base in, because I've tried many different, live in different places in the world. I'm a global citizen, and not many places call me in. So I was like, okay, I really need to build a grid, build a home. Where should I be? I was originally from Hong Kong, but I never felt like I want to go back to Hong Kong. I left many years ago anyway. So I still have friends and family there, but it will be just for visiting. And so I was like, "Oh, okay, like where should I be?" So last year, um, when I specifically on that note asked for my high council, where should I be? Actually, not last year. Actually, it's only this year, a few months, like 9 months ago. But I have been traveling since a year ago already because I want to be in a zero point of creation. When you're in a zero point of creation, like sort of like minimum attachment, minimum, entanglement with your normal everyday life, then it's easier for you to shift. Because if you, I mean, we cannot really have a dramatic change in our life when we're thinking the same way, when we're doing the same thing, when we're hanging out with the same people, living at the same place. When there's so much sameness in your reality, it's very hard for you to shift, especially when we talk about quantum shift. Because all these are part of the grids, part of the architecture, quantum architecture that you associate and attach yourself with. So last year, November, long story short, because it's really a long story, I store everything in storage in London. Because I tried in London for 1 or 2 years, just like in and out, like just seeing that if I want to be there. Um, I was like, no, like I really cannot handle the winter, and I don't like the winter, and I want to build new Earth community that I need to be more a close proximity with people. Well, I mean, London is just too spread out for me, and I wasn't grown there. I didn't grow up here. I grow up there, so it was very, very difficult to make friends and build community. I just felt very reluctant. I just rather stay in my home. so that you choose to, yeah, take just like, okay, be in that zero point of creation. I didn't have a boyfriend, I didn't have a mortgage, I didn't have a house, I didn't have any friends in I mean I have friends of course, like but my friends are all scattered all around the world and we connect through internet and through my traveling when I visit them or they visit me. But it's there's like no thing to anchor me in any particular physical location. So that's great. Great for when you want to create changes. Yeah. I have very high risk tolerance in life. So not everyone, I'm not suggesting this route that extreme for everyone. You don't have to like quit your family, quit your job, but I'm just explaining how the quantum mechanics works. If you want to create big change, big shift, you have to untangle a lot of things so that your field, your grid have space. When your grid, your field is spacious, then you can have like new connections, new quantum architectures, new system to place in. Um, so I'm like here just musing because I'm talking to myself basically right now in the video. And so if you have any questions or comment, please share so that I could be of better service because I function better when people have specific questions and I can get like very more precise. Otherwise, right now I'm just like talking to myself, rumbling. Is it called rambling, and and also don't like having videos to edit it. Yeah, this is how I talk. I take my time, I sip my tea, which I encourage you to do so as well, especially if you want to do quantum shift. You need more pauses, more space in your life, space in your schedule. Okay, so back at the story. Okay, so I decided to just pack everything in storage and have a rough plan of where I will be. And I decided to be at least a 4 month vision quest, spiritual pilgrimage. So I am fully coded to, I don't know if you know the word grid worker. Some of you know, some of you don't, but I'm not going to explain too much about it. But I have a lot of ancient civilization codes and galactic codes within me. So, as a grid worker, when I'm going to different locations, my quantum architecture actually interact with the quantum architecture in that location, in that grids, and doing changes. And I personally love to work with the grids of ancient civilization, the sacred sites. So I was very guided to, okay, there are specific ancient civilizations, locations that I will go in this 4 month journey. So I've already planned it. I store everything. I left London, but before I left London, I was also guided to specifically work with the Avalon grid, which I was called to go to Glastonbury and Stonehenge. In the last month, I was in England for some grid work about like working with the dragons, working with the archangels, and I do magic. Like actually, my life is actually a science fiction. Yeah, that's more when you follow my journey, my Instagram or my YouTube channel. Now I come on more on YouTube to share more about these journeys and these experiences that I have. It'll be more fun. And you will hear more about that. Okay, but since it's the first video, I don't want to scare people off. And okay, now back to the story about going away. Okay, going away November. I was planning to spend a month in Peru. So I was like, oh my God, it was an epic journey that it will become a book. Oh, I took a cruise from Barcelona, a 2 weeks cruise. Oh my God, luxurious cruise all the way from Barcelona across the Atlantic, to go to Florida. All right, the Atlantis codes are in the Atlantic Ocean. Of course, Atlantis is a big civilization, and I have a lot of memories and codes from my Atlantean version of myself. And I know, so when I was going through the journey, I'm also picking up codes and working with the Atlantic Ocean and going to different um, grid work along those lines. So uh, that was amazing. I love that 2 weeks by myself in a luxurious cruise. Atlantis. Oh my God. More story can come if, especially if you want to hear more about that, comment and that's give me some guidance about, what I will share more in my channels. Okay. And so from Atlantis, okay, Atlantic Ocean, then to from there to Tulum. Tulum is the Mayan, all right, the Yucatan, the Mayan civilization. So I was gathered to go there and first to also check out Tulum, whether it's a possible nomad location that I want to base in, because I definitely don't like the winter and summer in London is nice, but okay, not in the winter. So I was like, part of me is also to explore if Tulum is good spot. Didn't like it at all. I can like ask me if you want to know why. I don't like it at all, but I got to like 2 weeks there to find out whether I like it or not, and also did my good work. Okay, so then the important thing from that trip is actually going down like from Tulum to Peru. Peru, Peru, however you pronounce it. It's amazing. I just love that so much. It's this very high frequency portal. It's a cosmic portal itself, the whole country. And so I was gathered to spend a whole month there. Partly was for plant medicine retreat that I signed up a year and a half prior. So I got a lot of time. The medicine already working in my field, even without me ingesting it. But in the quantum, the medicine already working in my field. So that was part of the like to go through the ayahuasca medicine retreat to receive the teaching from the plant medicine teacher. So that was the plan. So I have a whole month in Peru. Okay, long story short, that is a whole different topic. Um, all I'm saying that like I have been there traveling 1 month in Peru, like completely bring me to another octave after the plant medicine portal. Then to 1 month in Egypt. All right, 1 month in Egypt by myself. Actually, many things shifted. End up I was supposed to go with 28 people in a tour, but end up just by myself. And I was all this timeline readjusting because my frequency was shifting so much. My quantum architecture was switching so much that a lot of the timelines previously arranged were no longer resonant. So they have to break down. And so that I was actually in Egypt by myself and amazing. All right, of course, another story for another time. If you like if you want to hear more, please comment and I can share more all right in coming videos. Then yeah, then it's like okay, then continue on my travel and to back into more civilized world in Lisbon, Hong Kong, Dubai. Because, all right, Dubai, England, Mount Shasta in California, another galactic portal. And right now Dubai again. So I've been like anyway, traveling every month. Like I haven't have a place and then Mexico City as well. I was in Mexico City for a month. The last 6 months. And so I have been traveling a lot. And right now, okay, back in the story about here, Dubai. Sorry, because just have to fill you in. And I was supposed to only spend 3 weeks here in Dubai this time, but I've already previously in my last trip here, I already set up my residency and I plan to move here. Um, uh, yeah, like as a part-time citizen, as part-time resident. Then, because I also travel a lot. All right. If you want to know more about why I come to Dubai, what I did, like how I set up my company and all that, like also comment so I can do more videos and tell you more about that. All right. So, but interesting thing is also because right now Pluto has already stationed in Aquarius as we speak. So just last week, less than 2 weeks ago, and Pluto have officially stationed in Aquarius. That was when I left Mexico City. I celebrate with people in Mexico City. The next day, I went to London for a quick trip for Gene Key's 2-day epic event about the great change and the dawn of the future human. So that was a quick stop with my Gene Keys family, and then quickly to come to Dubai. for 3 weeks. Now, funny thing is because so much like things are like in that portal, I was like upgrading, I was shifting so much. When I was flying out of Mexico City, my Airbnb host in Dubai actually texted me that told me that I cannot host you and can we have a chat? And I was like, I am flying, literally I have no time, it's like I have no time, it's like a short period of time to find a location that is good enough for me to stay in Dubai. It's just a bit too much to find location, and I have don't no time. But she was very nice. Like she was a really beautiful Airbnb host. Like she said, I know that you must be busy, so I've already found a backup plan for you in the same building of my building. It's supposedly to be a professional host, so you should be in good hands. But of course, you can look at these listing and see if you like it. So long story short, I look at it. Oh, it seems like an upgrade because I got it cheaper and it's a bigger apartment in the same building. All right, and it's a professional host. Okay, great. So, and I obviously I have no brain capacity to look for other options. And I was really appreciate that she did it for me. And then okay, so great. I said yes. But then my communication with the professional hosts were like minimum. Like there was like there's a whole drama about it. Like they wasn't as professional as I expect them to be. Let's just say. So finally, after a beautiful 2 days event in London with the Jinkies family, and I arrived in Dubai almost like 38 hours, 36 hours without sleep. Because I was still adjusting with the time zone, like quickly Mexico City time, then London time. Very, very busy when I was in London and then to Dubai. So like literally three continents in 1 week. My body was like, oh, what are you doing? And so I couldn't sleep. And then when I arrived at that place, there was no internet and no aircon. Imagine, like, evening in Dubai is beautiful, especially right now. Um, okay. And but so in and but especially the apartment that like the new apartment that I got was really hot because it's directly receiving a lot of sun. And it's no AC, no internet. I was like, but I need internet to do my work. So it was and then I found that there was a lot of communication, a lot of stalling, a lot of like, are you guys really looking at my message that I share? Anyway, a lot of drama involved in that, and I was so stressful, like the lack of sleep, wasn't able to sleep, and then they try to like, they wasn't. I just felt like it could be dealt with more if professionally. Yeah, let's just say. So that was like a whole 24 hours of drama when I first moved in that Airbnb. And of course, that's not nice. Then the solutions that they couldn't fix the internet and the AC. So they have to relocate me. Glad that they are big companies, so they have a lot of listing. And they gave me three options. And then okay, then I was like one of the options that really okay, that's great. I like that. Even though it's another location, it's like completely different area. But it was exactly, even though amid all the dramas, like it was all the drama, but what I'm sharing is that there's always some hidden gems. Don't be afraid of drama. Don't be afraid of triggers. What I'm here to remind you. Because end up, I'm in this beautiful apartment. It's actually an upgrade. It's actually an upgrade because it is an area that I wanted to check out anyway for a potential location to to live in if when I actually move physically long term in Dubai. So it's already a place that I want to check out and I plan to check out. Um, but I picked the Airbnb in a more central downtown location because of work and business. So anyway, so I got to experience really living here as if okay, the universe was like saying that you plan to move to this. Check out if this is a potential place for you to reside, to live in this area. So we'll give you a chance to experience. It's a whole brand new area and I loved it. less crowded, and I decide to be by the water. So usually company people will the popular places that people go into the coast of Dubai, which is the Dubai Marina, the Jeremiah, the Palm, like they're very luxurious. A lot of like beach clubs and stuff. But I mean, I'm a very home person. I'm not really into those scenarios. And I lived in Dubai Marina last time. I didn't like it because it was actually, I didn't check it before that. I just follow whatever like people that are popular. I didn't know, I was just doing a quick trip for logistic and legal stuff last time I came. So I stayed in Dubai Marina, but it was astrologically it was on my Pluto local space line. So if you want any support and guidance of like relocation astrology, relocation energetics, comment below the video as well because I am also an astrocartographer. I share a lot about how you can harness the energy of the places of the region and the transit and the timing, so you can get the most out of your trips and your locations. So it was at my Pluto local space line. So it was difficult. It was very difficult, very intense, but it was exactly the death and rebirth that I have to go through during that phase in my life. So it was correct. It was aligned for the journey my soul chose to take. But as a location to reside, to live in long term, definitely not. So I know that along that coastline is a no for me. So end up, okay, I chose this apartment. It's amazing. I'm so happy. It's a brand new apartment. Nicely decorated. I like the color theme, as you can see. It's really my theme. I like the color theme and the quietness is very quiet in this area and it's by the water as well, but just and it's close to downtown. Ah, Dubai Marina was super far from downtown. I hated it. I didn't like it. And it's very close to downtown. It's only 20 minutes Uber ride. And it's by the water. Yeah, as well. It's a newer area. So everything works out so well. And it's actually a much bigger apartment and it's a new building, a beautiful, very good developer. So I got pool. I got I got a big gym. I got a pool. Ah! Oh, I got a lot of like all these like modern facilities. So yeah. So what I'm sharing here is that it's end up is a much bigger deal and end up there are all these difficulties that I encountered at the beginning, which is the Jinki 3 teaching, the third Jinki teaching, the difficulties at the beginning, but it's only at the beginning because my grid, my energy signature is actually changing so much that in that 1 week before I arrived in Dubai, that the original plan no longer align with my energy shift. That's why those timelines have to break down. The first timeline with the first Airbnb, like even before I arrived, and then when I arrived, that okay, same host is a big professional host, but that location doesn't align, cannot hold my upgraded version. So that timelines have to break down. So sometimes the timelines, especially if it is quick breakdown, it can looks like very like violent in a sense because it's like oh things don't work out. There's no AC, there's no internet, there's like really bad communication, like all this like drama, very harsh kind of like manifestation. How because it has to be done very quickly because because that no longer serve me with my elevated state. Like, yeah, so now this is the energy grid. This place is the architecture that can hold my upgraded version. So I feel very good now after all the initial difficulties, that's initial drama and chaos, which is actually the teaching of the Gene Key 3. the third gene keys. If you want to dive deeper, let me know, comment, and I can get deeper into it because the gene keys are amazing tools for us to understand how we can transform any shadows in our life into gifts and higher divine expression that really just transform our life in every single way. Yes, so to sum up, what I wanted to share is that about changing grid is that in order to change grid, in meaning that we have to change our our manifestation of reality, we need to have space. That might mean that you already have to intentionally let go of certain dynamics in your life, belief patterns, relationships, um, how you spend your time, how you spend your energy, how you spend your money. Then you create more space in your energy field so that change can happen. And the second piece about, especially with my drama, the beginning drama with like Dubai, is that sometime when you started to do your inner work, like your frequency arise. Like for example, like start to work with your gene keys, your energy, your frequency will increase. And that means that some like the external have to break down. Certain timelines have to break down. Say the timelines with different Airbnb just before I arrive and when I arrive have to shift so that it can accommodate your elevated and newer version. So and don't be afraid about that. And the sooner you can see that, that's how the mechanics actually manifesting in the physical realm and trickling down into the physical reality to doing this shift is just part of your expansion. Yeah, so I'm grateful that I surrendered to it. Surrendered. I was not resisting the change. Okay, I'm not insisting that. Okay, no, I have to stay in this area. Don't move me to another area. Oh, you guys can come. Like I can spend all my energy into like fighting with them, getting really difficult with them. I can even like sue them. Get like escalate this incident into the tourism board. Like, but I chose not to. I just spoil my energy. Actually, seeing that actually this is a higher timeline. Even though it looks shitty that things don't work and they are not dealing this favorably, but actually is a higher timeline. So just open yourself to receive and surrender. Yes, okay, they are not paying your Uber to the new location, whatever, but I'm getting this new occasion like with 50% less actually. If I were to check the website, if I were to book myself, I would have to pay at least 50% more. So I got a much better deal. So yeah, surrender, relax, have some tea, take deep breath, take more pauses during your day, calm down, know to reset your nervous system so that you can enjoy the ride and see the beauty, see the gifts hidden in every triggers and every shadow, because every shadow contains a gift. All right. Thank you for tuning in. If you love this, any of the pieces that I share, please like, subscribe, comment, share with others, so that I can be of better service to you. Until next time.